Hello, I'm Hope Logan. I'm an actor on Bold and the Beautiful, and many people really love both me and our Bold and the Beautiful drama. So I've come here to share updates about my beloved Bold and the Beautiful. Everyone, please subscribe and support me. If you do, I will keep coming every day with new updates for you. The next 3 weeks on the Bold and the Beautiful, spanning from July 6th through July 24th, promise an emotional storm unlike anything the families of Los Angeles have faced in recent memory. Love will be tested, loyalties will be questioned, and painful decisions will threaten to reshape relationships that once seemed unbreakable. Every corner of the story is filled with uncertainty as familiar faces struggle to hold their lives together, while unexpected twists keep pulling them into even deeper emotional chaos. Some will fight desperately to protect the people they love, while others will find themselves standing at heartbreaking crossroads with no easy answers. As old wounds reopen and new conflicts begin to unfold, every victory will come at a price, leaving viewers wondering who will emerge stronger and who may lose everything along the way. The drama begins during the week of July 6th through July 10th with a terrifying moment that leaves Liam Spencer frozen in fear. What starts as an ordinary encounter quickly transforms into a nightmare when Liam spots Hope Logan Spencer and realizes something is terribly wrong. His heart sinks as he discovers Hope has suddenly lost consciousness, leaving her completely unresponsive. Panic immediately overwhelms him as countless frightening possibilities race through his mind. Could this simply be the devastating result of an overwhelming panic attack after everything Hope has endured recently? Or is there a far more dangerous medical condition hiding beneath the surface? As precious seconds tick by, Liam is consumed by fear, desperately hoping that the woman he cares about will recover before this mysterious health crisis spirals into something even more catastrophic. While concern grows around Hope's frightening collapse, another relationship begins facing painful uncertainty. Electra Forrester finds herself questioning everything as mounting pressure pushes her toward an impossible decision. RJ Forrester refuses to let her face the situation alone and stands firmly at her side, offering unwavering support as she prepares to leave Will Spencer's beach house behind. What should have been a place filled with happiness now feels burdened by doubt and emotional exhaustion. Behind the scenes, Ridge Forrester appears ready to influence the outcome, seemingly determined to convince Electra that ending her relationship with Will may be the only path forward. With family opinions growing louder than matters of the heart, Electra finds herself caught between the love she still feels and the expectations weighing heavily upon her shoulders, making every step toward the future more difficult than the last. Elsewhere, another family conflict refuses to fade quietly into the background, as Sheila Carter continues refusing to accept the boundaries that have been placed around her. Determined to secure visits with both John Finn Finnegan and young Hayes Finnegan, Sheila pushes relentlessly, despite knowing how much pain and distrust she has caused over the years. Taylor, however, remains completely unconvinced that such visits should ever happen, and makes it clear that convincing Steffi Forrester Finnegan will be nearly impossible. The emotional divide between the families only grows wider as every conversation becomes another battle filled with resentment and painful memories. Yet Sheila has never been known for walking away from what she wants. If signing the divorce papers no longer serves her interests, she may abandon that path entirely and begin taking matters into her own hands, especially as Finn unknowingly moves closer to an unexpected request that could change everything before he even realizes the trap waiting ahead. As the calendar turns to the week of July 13th through July 17th, Finn makes an emotional commitment that carries enormous weight for his future. Determined to protect the family he has built, he once again promises Steffi that she and the life they share together will always come first. His words are sincere, filled with love and determination, offering Steffi a moment of reassurance after so much turmoil. She desperately wants to believe that this promise will finally provide the stability they have been searching for, allowing their marriage to move beyond the endless cycle of conflict. Yet beneath that hopeful moment, an uneasy feeling refuses to disappear, because Sheila's presence continues casting a long shadow over their lives. No matter how committed Finn may be, Sheila's determination to force herself back into their world threatens to create fresh chaos, ensuring that peace remains painfully out of reach. At the same time, another complicated romantic situation grows even more tangled as the newest love quad continues pulling emotions in every direction. Will Spencer refuses to give up on his relationship with Elektra and remains determined to repair the damage between them before it's too late. His hope for reconciliation is genuine, fueled by the belief that love deserves another chance, despite everything that has happened. But RJ refuses to stay silent and strongly argues that returning to Will would only lead Elektra toward more heartbreak. As emotions collide and conflicting advice surrounds her, Elektra faces an increasingly difficult choice that could define her future. Adding even more temptation into the mix, Melissa Dillon reaches out to Will with compassion and understanding, offering sympathy during one of the lowest points of his emotional journey. What begins as comfort could soon ignite unexpected romantic sparks, creating an entirely new layer of complications that no one sees coming. Meanwhile, away from the chaos of romantic triangles and family feuds, Carter Walton and Daphne Rose Walton prepare to face a heartbreaking struggle of their own. Their dreams have always centered on building a future together and creating a family filled with love, hope, and happiness. For a while, that future seemed beautifully within reach, giving them every reason to believe their greatest wish would soon become reality. But life has a painful way of changing direction without warning. A devastating obstacle emerges, forcing Carter and Daphne to confront the possibility that starting a family may not happen as naturally as they had always imagined. The emotional weight of infertility begins casting a dark cloud over their dreams, replacing joyful anticipation with uncertainty, disappointment, and the heartbreaking realization that love alone cannot always overcome every challenge. By the time the week of July 20th through July 24th arrives, Carter and Daphne find themselves having some of the most difficult conversations of their lives. Every discussion carries enormous emotional significance as they begin exploring what their future could look like if biology refuses to cooperate with the family they long to create. Their shared dream remains alive, but the path toward it suddenly appears far more complicated than either of them expected. Together, they may find themselves considering life-changing alternatives such as surrogacy or adoption, carefully weighing possibilities that once seemed distant but now represent hope in its purest form. Though the journey ahead promises uncertainty and emotional sacrifice, their willingness to face these decisions together could ultimately reveal the true strength of their relationship and prove that becoming parents is about far more than the traditional path they once envisioned. As these deeply personal battles unfold, another conflict continues burning just beneath the surface, with no signs of slowing down. Brooke Logan and Katie Logan Spencer remain locked in an increasingly bitter feud that threatens to divide the family even further. Every conversation between the sisters carries the potential for another emotional explosion, as painful accusations and unresolved resentment continue fueling their rivalry. Neither woman appears ready to back down, making reconciliation seem more distant with every passing day. Yet, standing in the middle of this family war is Hope, whose emotional and physical well-being grows increasingly fragile under the overwhelming pressure surrounding her. After witnessing her frightening collapse, Liam cannot ignore the devastating toll that constant stress is taking on Hope, and his concern only deepens as he realizes the ongoing conflict may be pushing her toward a dangerous breaking point. Determined to stop the family from falling apart completely, Liam may decide it's finally time to become the voice of reason. Knowing that Hope desperately needs peace rather than more emotional warfare, he could urge Brooke to find forgiveness and encourage both sisters to put aside their differences for the sake of Hope's health. His plea comes from a place of genuine compassion, not only for Hope, but for the entire family that continues suffering under the weight of endless resentment. Liam understands that healing cannot begin while anger continues controlling every decision, and he hopes that compassion might finally succeed where confrontation has failed. Unfortunately, hope alone may not be enough to erase years of hurt and betrayal. As these unforgettable weeks draw to a close, The Bold and the Beautiful leaves viewers with one powerful question lingering in the air. Can Liam's heartfelt push for peace finally bring this fractured family together? Or will bitterness continue driving everyone further apart, setting the stage for even greater heartbreak in the weeks still to come?